Have you ever wondered why some people seem to know exactly what they want, while others will date anyone who shows up? The difference isn't arrogance, it's psychology. People with high standards in dating aren't afraid of commitment. They're afraid of the wrong commitment. There's a crucial distinction here that most people miss. They've made a calculation that most haven't. The cost of staying single is loneliness. The cost of the wrong relationship is your identity. Think about it. When you're dating casually, you're asking one question: do I like this person? When you have high standards, you're asking something deeper. Will this person expand me or diminish me? That's the difference between attraction and alignment. Here's what psychology reveals about high-standard daters. They have something most people don't: delayed gratification. This is neurologically measurable. Their prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that handles impulse control and long-term planning, is more active. They don't swipe based on a photo. They don't fall in love with potential. They wait for evidence. But here's where it gets interesting. This trait isn't always about being picky. Sometimes it's about being wounded. A lot of people with high standards have been through relationships that taught them something painful. They've watched love become resentment. They felt themselves shrink to fit someone else's needs, and something inside them broke in a way that made compromise feel dangerous. So they built walls. High standards became the fortress. The question is, are those walls protecting them or imprisoning them? This is where psychology gets nuanced. Some high-standard daters are genuinely discerning. They know what healthy looks like. They've done the work. They understand their own needs, and they've set boundaries that reflect self-respect, not self-protection. When they say no, it's from a place of clarity. There's openness in their selectivity. They can feel attraction without losing themselves. But others? Others are operating from fear disguised as standards. They reject people before being rejected. They find fatal flaws in anyone who gets close. Their standards keep shifting because the real standard is impossible to meet. These are people who use high standards as armor, not guidance. The tricky part? From the outside, these two types look identical.
Both say no often. Both walk away early. Both spend long periods alone. But internally, the difference is profound. One is building something. The other is hiding. So how do you know which one you are? Pay attention to your emotional state when you reject someone. Does it feel clear or does it feel relieved? Clarity feels grounded. Relief feels like you've escaped something. When you're being genuinely discerning, you can articulate why someone isn't right for you. It's specific. When you're being defensive, your reasons are vague. They're intuitive. You just feel it's off. Here's another tell. Can you imagine any scenario where you'd say yes? If your answer is no, if you're convinced that no one will ever be good enough, you're not being selective, you're being protected. Real high standards are flexible about the small things. They're rigid about the big things. A secure person with high standards might compromise on hobbies or humor style. They won't compromise on emotional availability or honesty. A fearful person compromises on nothing because compromise itself feels like weakness. The most important insight psychology offers is this: people with genuinely high standards rarely feel lonely. They feel purposeful. There's a difference. Loneliness is painful. Purpose feels patient. If you're someone with high standards and you're experiencing constant rejection, constant disappointment, constant isolation, that's not a sign you're too discerning. That's a sign your standards might be a defense mechanism. The healthy path isn't lowering your standards, it's examining them. Ask yourself, are these standards protecting my peace or preventing my peace? Am I choosing carefully or choosing fear? Because here's the truth that changes everything. The right person won't feel like a compromise. They'll feel like a relief. Not relief like escape, relief like coming home. If you resonated with this, you're not alone. Drop a comment. Are your high standards protecting you or limiting you? Subscribe for more psychology-driven insights into how we love. We explore the honest parts of human connection here. Thank you for watching.